Gamers Table Independent Edition. It is Friday, and we're reviewing Global Control. This is the core set that we've got here.
Global Control is a game of auctioning different countries.
Have you ever wanted to rule the world?
No.
I don't know, at least Kitchener anyway. Now you can do so with Global Control. This is a card game where players compete by using power cards and strategy to outsmart and outplay fellow players. Your objective is to take control of countries from around the globe. Do you save your powerful cards to capture a key country? Do you sabotage your friends?
Yeah.
Do you sit back and watch two competitors duke it out and waste their resources?
Yeah.
Choose your battles wisely. Well, we didn't do that.
No. That was probably
Duke it out!
mistake.
Duke it out!
Well, you always start with 7, and then whoever's the primary player, the star player, gets to draw 2. Everyone else gets to draw 1. The primary just goes clockwise around the table. So then you flip up a random country. They'll be worth points anywhere from, I think, 1 to 14. And some of them will have different keywords for special powers. They'll have allies. So if you have the ally country, it'll make that country worth 2 more points than their base points. Or at the same time, if you have a country that they're enemies with, it'll reduce their points by 2 points. Craig got a little carried away with bidding, and
I think we all got carried away with bidding.
Well, I burned through my hand. In like the
He
second
burned
round.
Yeah, I know.
he's out of cards. Okay, now what do I do? Do I get more cards? We look through the rules. Oh,
I don't. Oh. I probably would have done that differently had I known I wasn't getting any more cards.
Well, the first time through, we didn't realize the spread on the countries for the point-wise. Some of them are like 1 point. Others are worth 14 points. Some of the bigger countries like India or China with a great population and resources and stuff. But, we ended up blowing our, good cards on some of the lower point value cards, and then Chris got the 14-pointer, and holy crap, it was like we couldn't catch up.
Until then, the end.
Until the end, very end of the game, that we actually managed to get enough to, catch up a bit. And once you get one of those higher point value countries, you've kind of almost won the game. As long as you. Well, actually, that's not true. One of the games we played, Craig, Chris, and I ended up actually coming very close in score. Craig and I tied, and Chris lost. Not by much. He was winning for most of the game, though. But when it came down to the end, Chris ran out of cards, I think, and Craig and I had enough cards left over, or drew the right, some very good cards to catch up, and ended up beating him.
It's a fairly simple game. Pretty much everything you need to know is written on the cards. But not, because all the cards have little keywords down at the bottom. Well, not all the cards, most of the cards anyway. And the little keywords do special things. Some of them will give you special powers during the game. Some of them give you extra points after the game. So, I mean, you quickly start learning what powers do what, but it's one of those where you need to refer back to the main. Okay, I need this gives me that, and this gives me that. And unfortunately, it could have just as easily been put on the card. That power, you have the power of energy, +3 exponential, or something, It didn't need to be something that I have to look up in the rule book. To play this game, you deal everybody 7 cards off the power card stack, flip over the first one of the countries, and the first player, who is called the primary player, draws 2 cards, everybody else draws 1, and then you start your bidding war. And once that's over, the play passes to the next player, who becomes a primary player, and then he gets to draw 2 cards, and the other people draw 1. Yeah. And so on, until all the country cards are claimed.
in the bidding round, you can either play a card, and if you're the current leader, you can pass and wait until someone passes you with your point value, or you could just drop out.
Yeah, we ended up just mess them up. And we just ended up using up most of our cards in one bid, and was like, now we get nothing for the rest of the game. You draw 1 or 2 cards, depending on who you are, and it's like, oh, great, now what the hell are we going to do?
There's not a whole lot of getting extra cards in this game, so if you spend 5 cards to get one little country, you're probably going to lose some other battle.
And if you're playing the short game, there's only 9 countries to go for. You really got to watch
your 3-player game.
Yeah, in the 3-player game, but still, you got to watch what you're bidding. Save those cards. You don't want to blow everything on one.
Well, that's the
country.
thing. They're random. You don't know what 9 are in there
Yeah.
either. You could be saving, and then the last card flips up. Oh, it's
What the heck?
Panama. It's only
Okay.
worth 2 points, and I got a whole bunch to bid on Panama.
Yeah, or what if you get all the most expensive countries in there too? China,
Yeah.
Pakistan, or not Pakistan, I mean India, Canada, United States. Holy cow, we get some expensive stuff there. Where are you going to get the cards? You know, it's like, you better save some of those points.
Wrapping up for global control.
Blah, 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 blah.
Need a zipper for his mouth.
Yeah, I know.
Blah,
Duct tape.
blah.
I give global control a 5. It has a theme, but
Yada,
it's
yada.
fairly minimal.
Yeah.
It doesn't really mean a lot to the game. Definitely
Yeah.
easy to teach somebody how to
You
play.
could be bidding over hot dogs and hamburgers.
You could be in the Great Burger War of 1865.
1865.
Yes.
Really? Okay.
And fun to play? Oh, yeah. Just because of all the messing with other players you can do.
Oh, it's fun.
And the chance that you can overextend yourself messing with other players and be like, I got no cards left. No, I can't do nothing.
Hey, but I had fun screwing with everybody.
Yes.
Who cares if I win? All right, I messed the game up.
Yeah,
Yes.
I almost won anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 5. I actually enjoy the variety and stuff. I know like the theme isn't that big or anything like that. It could have been anything. Like hot dogs, hamburgers, or maybe bidding over those spots on the sidewalk for selling them or something like that in the city. You know, you get. I want the prime location for selling my hot dogs and hamburgers outside of the Sky Dome or Rogers Center, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's got a great variety and it was fun. You know, even just for the messing everybody up back there, whatever the douchebaggery.
There's a lot going on, a lot of variety, and for what it is, it's a very fun game. I will give Global Control a 7, just because I think I liked it a little bit more.
Nah. Even though he did not win.
Keep pointing that out. Loser.
Hey, game doesn't have to be. I don't have to win the game in order for me to like the game.
Yeah.
Like Ken.
No, I don't care if I win as long as you don't.
So that's it for this episode of the Gamers Table Independent Edition. Tune in next Friday for another episode and another review and
Of another
game.
independent game. Yes, that's what we do.
And just want to state right now, things are getting busy work-wise for me. So if we aren't every Friday for a while for the Independent Edition, I apologize. We're going to try our best to keep making sure we have 2 shows coming out every week. But that is a lot to do when you also have jobs to do. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Global control will have to be imposed, and a world governing body will be created to enforce them. Crises precipitate change.
Secretly plotting your demise.
It's an all-day gaming event for board games, war games, miniatures, and more. Open gaming for up to 175 people, so there is lots of room. Lots of room. Lots of room. If you want more information, go to www.kgbcon.com. KGBCon. You can go there and meet maybe somebody from the Gamers Table.
It's a Saturday, I'll go.
And it's in May, so I might be working at the market, so I might not be able to go, so I can't
You may
guarantee
be
it.
working.
That is true.